Hey, fire signs, welcome to your reading. I have to say, your pre-shuffle today was one of the best I've ever seen and was pretty cut and dry, so I decided to go ahead and show you guys. I usually just talk about it and put it back in the deck. I'm going to leave it out, and then if your actual reading kind of reflects the same energy, we'll get some clarifiers for it. But it started off with this Two of Wands and the King of Cups. And as you can see, and I'm going to use male and female terminology here because that's what's on the actual card, but please just take whatever resonates, flip it however you need to. And she's sitting here, they're both sitting here thinking about each other from something from the past. She's looking out the window. She has her wand here. Like, I still have this other wand for this person. And him, in the meantime, is just really going within and reflecting in all this water energy about how much he thought about this person, how much he cared about this person. And they're both looking back on it like this Knight of Cups, Five of Pentacles situation. She probably felt, and especially since, see how these colors kind of line up? I really love this deck because it does that so nicely. But she probably thought he rode in on his white horse, you know, the perfect Prince Charming, ready to be there. And she was very much left in the dark, out in the cold here, left behind. I feel like he's realizing this and wants to apologize. His hat's kind of in his hands here. But this feels like it's been a significant amount of time. I would say between 2 to 5 years. And the only reason I'm saying that is here on this card, see, he's quite a bit younger and had matured and figured stuff out here. And then her hair is long on this card and then short here. So it's kind of like they both have went through some major changes and probably reflecting a lot on this relationship and how it went awry. Now, the cool part of that is then out came the Lovers, the Ace of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. So I kind of feel with the Tower, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, the Sun, and the Ten of Cups. So it's kind of like there's three aces here, first and foremost. But this decision in love, this long lost love, the one that he left behind here, she's gotten this download. She knows all this information. And it's almost like, see how this Raven's on this card and also on this King of Swords card right above his shoulder, kind of in his ear. I feel like she's been sending messages either telepathically or astral travel, trying to get this person to get it. Probably from her 5D self. I don't know that she's been doing it cognitively because it feels very much like both of them have been in a protective healing bubble, just not letting anything happen with this, just reflecting on it. And I think he's realizing now how badly this hurt her. He knew when it happened that it did, but now I think it's really hitting home the extent of that. And if you're ever going to get a tower, this is the tower that you want to get. And I think that this tower is that epiphany, that bird finally reaching that poke through that impenetrable bubble there. Because the Tower with the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Sun, like that's only good information. Now, whether they'll act on it or not, who's to say? That should come out in the reading. If not, maybe we'll get a clarifier for it. But the good news is once that cat is out of the bag, it can't go back in. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do it kind of how we used to and just see what your spirit guides want to talk about today. Okay, we got some guilt or shame. I think that's that Five of Pentacles energy, if these things are going to overlap. Time for big decisions. What would make you happy? What is best for you? So, wow, these are really falling in with your pre-shuffle here. That's that Tower. Somebody realized who or what would make them happy. Find yourself again. It's time in love and romance. Okay. For all of you guys wanting a career reading, I'm sorry. We'll aim for the next one. So basically, this person is now feeling, for some reason, this tremendous amount of guilt and shame for what he left behind because he's realizing, oh my goodness, this was like everything, the ultimate happiness. It doesn't get any better than the Ten of Cups and the Sun. Let's get some of these cards. What's this big decision? This big decision. You know what? They're saying no. Let's use the bigger version of the Light Seer's Tarot. This was at the bottom of the deck. Two of Wands, Eight of Wands. They want commitment or in communication, but there's this devil energy, something holding them back. So what is this big decision for the fire sign or their person. This deck is kind of really hard for me to handle with my tiny little hands. The Emperor. Okay, so somebody's been kind of sitting there thinking about it. They don't move very quickly, the Emperor, if at all. But when they do, it's for their highest good and for their own purpose. With the Sun and the Seven of Cups. How do I do this? How do I get this back? How do I rectify it? And I think, too, the Seven of Cups was also confusion regarding how it went down. Why is the Seven of Cups here, please? The Magician. So it seemed like at the beginning everything was going great, and then for some reason I feel like it just shut down. Page of Wands. It wasn't quite ready. It wasn't quite ready, or someone didn't know what to do about it. They looked at it as this was just passion. This is just maybe an in and out type of thing, or a fling, or I'm not worried or concerned or thinking about the future. What about this Emperor here? Yeah. Thoughts, nostalgia, regrets of past actions. So that's, and holding on. He's holding on to the past. He's holding on to it. He can't let it go, but for some reason he feels like he can't move forward. Why does he feel like he can't move forward to contact this person? Or is he going to? Runner-chaser dynamic with the Garden. Bright side, healing, and reflection. So I think within his own energy, every time he gets close to maybe reaching out or making that confession, it just pulls back in. Which deck do I want to use? Strength. He needs to have the strength to come forward to do this. Judgment. Wants it to happen. And the Lovers. Shut up. 3 major arcana. We can't just leave it like that. How do I want to approach this? What about the Strength card? Let's see what that entails for him. 3 of Cups. The Empress. Oh, and the Two of Swords. So for some of you, they're in a different connection. They're going to have to make a choice. And that's really terrifying to do if they don't know what you're going to say, if there's no guarantee that you're going to be there or that you want them back. This isn't shady energy at all. I just want to make that clear. So we're not talking about a train wreck coming back into your life. This was legitimately somebody that just didn't realize the depths of their feelings or didn't know how to process it at the time. Let's see if they made a choice. Like, for some of you, I know that that's definitely going to be the case. For a collective reading, that's open-ended question, but this Lovers card up here. 7 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. Hold them back. Had maybe already built something foundationally with someone else. And it was just it's a heavy burden on them, but also I think the logistics of how to get out of this situation, if they are in one, it was just too much for them to even consider for a long time. But now that changed. I wonder what instigated the change. That's a good question. Let's see. What instigated this Tower moment? How did that come about? Two of Wands, the World, and the Strength card. So did you choose yourself and surrender and move on and like let this cycle kind of complete itself? The 2s are just all over the place in this reading. And for some reason that showed them a different side. But it feels almost like everybody knows this, and yeah, somebody is not speaking their inner truth, I was going to say, but nobody's talking about it. And I don't know if it's just complications, restrictions, because of the restrictions and logistics in each individual person's lives. The Serenade, messages found in songs or lyrics and confessions of love. So they want to say it, but something's keeping them from it. And maybe that is just that they can't make that choice without getting out of this other situation. Let's pull this deck up and see what other advice. Let's do find yourself again. It's time. Or any other advice for the fire signs. Whoa, fear, planning and action, and something else fell on the ground. A consciousness of lack. Okay. It's definitely a matter of fear, logistics, and what am I going to have to give up in order to come forward. And if they don't know where you stand or how you are together, like if you've never lived together, if you weren't together for very long, all that type of stuff, it's causing a lot of fear, because that's like taking a jump into the unknown, like on a whole different level, and giving up everything else. Now, in the perfect world, they should give that up before they even consider anything else, because they shouldn't rely on guarantees or have to need to go from one situation to another. But I get in life, things overlap, especially the older that you get. There's no judgment here. Let's take it one step forward here. What's this fear? Someone's going to have to choose love over financial stability and maybe a situation that they've been in for a while. And yeah, someone did release. Someone did have the strength to release with the boomerang. Let me go so I can come back to you. So someone let it go, tried to find themselves again. And now this energy, that crow spoke to that divine masculine. Planning and action. Yep. Taking matters in your own hands, final decisions, instant changes. So it's just a matter of getting all their ducks rowed. So that's actually awesome. Consciousness of lack. So the truth is going to be exposed there. And for some of you, they might even be honest. I made the wrong decision because I was thinking too much about the future, and I was basing all of that on stability and money and career and things that in the grand scheme of things just don't matter. So let's see. Let's get some advice cards. Which ones should we use, guys? I guess we're just going to do this. Final advice for the fire signs, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. The surrender video, the first one, is up, so go check that out if you'd like. We broke it down by sign. So someone just needs to listen to their higher self here and eliminate all the fear. All good things, a lot of good things in life are deterred or completely eliminated out of fear. You know, we get in our own way or let other people's opinions get in our own way all the time. But here we have the loving woman and new supportive connection. So it's almost like be open to connecting and go within your heart space. Find yourself again and don't live in this fear. Just take some plan it out, take action. Don't be afraid to push that detonator. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, let's get an outcome card. What's a probable outcome for this situation? Let me use this. This was actually my very first tarot deck. What's the probable outcome of this situation in September? The Emperor, the Ace of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the High Priestess, Knight of Swords, and Knight of Wands. Well, everyone, a lot of changes are happening. 2 committed relationships, probably. Some secrets are going to come out. And it is going to be a test of what makes like love and passion over stability. And realizing that really, you know, that love comes within ourselves. We can't depend on anybody else to make us whole. And I don't think that's what that was. I think that this person just realized I let go of the most perfect person for me. The one that would get me to budge from this emperor state and make everything okay. But don't be surprised if the communication doesn't go as planned or is kind of blunt at first as they open that door, but it's definitely looks like it's going to come in. So, okay, guys, I hope you have a great weekend. Please keep me posted. Let me know how it goes. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Take care.